Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to give you a website tour. So it's katya.com. I got a domain and I'm self-hosting it, and I'm going to show you around. This is my little corner of the internet, my journal. Here you can see the rating that I've added myself, and it's desktop optimized. There's a mobile version. There's an RSS feed, my status cafe, web ring, and one sticker for now. I haven't amassed a lot of blinkies as we speak, but yeah, I like this minimalist layout. Minimalist in air quotes because these are a lot of buttons. We're gonna go through them one by one. First of all, the mobile version. This is a Dutch Indonesian postbox mailbox. It's all one page. You can click these to go to specific sections of the document, the website, but it doesn't really show it doesn't really redirect or go to different pages. It's supposed to be like a card or a straw page or a link tree. And if you click the cat, it shows a kitty. And if you want to go back to the desktop version, you click this site sucks, and then go back to the desktop optimized page. And we're back. So one of the reasons why I chose to move away from social media is to archive my art. So if you click any of these pictures, these thumbnails, it'll just open in a new tab the picture, the full picture, and I have a couple of years filled out. A lot of them are not filled out because it's 10 years worth of artwork, digital artwork. I'm not gonna archive all of my traditional art because it will take a long time, and I'm not gonna do that to myself. But yeah, I like this layout because you can see all of my artwork throughout the years without having to scroll through a lot of social media posts, and I'm not daunted by likes, comments, or whatever analytics that a website or social media will give you. Then we have the poetry page. One of the reasons why I started making this website is to make annotated poetry. So people who don't get poetry could read my annotations and the context, the stories that goes into a poem, and help them kind of understand what it means. So it it tries to demystify poetry. But if you feel like my authorial intent is muddying the waters, you could just read the poem as is, and you could do that through the zines. These are just PDF files, and you could just read them. You could download them, do whatever you want to them. Who cares? I don't need a third party website to host these. This is all self-hosted, so there's another perk. Here's my October Poetry Challenge. We're on day 2. It's hosted by the Ringa Poetry web ring, the web ring that I'm part of, and it's gonna go for the whole month of October. Oh, here's the sitemap, just the regular sitemap. Here's my blog. So the RSS feed goes to my blog because I like to talk, I like to yap, I like to type, I like to write, and the earliest blog post is from March. It's October right now, and I just I just talk a lot, as you can see. Just lots of texts, lots of paragraphs. I mean, that's what a blog is, isn't it? Here we have our shiny, our collections. We have a collection of vampire and bestiary books. My prized possession. So far, this is the only collection I have up because it takes a long time to curate a collection, let alone take pictures of them, organize them, and like make small reviews of them. Reviews is basically just my blog posts that talk about games, books, and movies. If you click one of these, it goes to the blog. Neighborhood. Here are my mutuals. Here are the sites that I look up to. And here's my button. You could copy the code and add the button to your site. And yeah, it's a cute button. So I'll show you in a bit, but this ransom letter style was my old layout, and I like to keep it to remind myself of my old layout. OCs is not finished yet. We have the changelog or updates, goes back to March, and the credits. So like I drew all of it myself. I hand coded it using VS Code, and here are some CSP assets, Clip Studio Paint assets that you might be interested in if you want to make a layout similar to mine. Okay, there's a secret page here. Let's see, a secret poem, unreleased poem, and me saying I'm working on a poetry book. Okay, so here's the part where I show you my old layouts. I'm gonna open it in a new tab so it's easier to see. The first time I made a site, I used code from testisams.insanejournal.com, and I just put my OC pictures. I didn't know HTML at all, so I just followed the instructions, and it was easy enough to use. And I left this up for a couple of months because I didn't know how to code. The second time I tried, coding a website, I used a template from Ribozone, but this is too much like a card for me, or a straw page or a link tree, because it links to my socials. It talks about me, some poetry, some art, and this home page. So yeah, I didn't really like this because it heavily used someone else's template, and I wanted to code something from scratch, basically. And so here comes. This is baby's first Flexbox. I was so proud making this, and these are all ransom letter buttons that I made. I cut out by hand and glued them and scanned them and edited them. And yeah, there is poetry, art, blog, and the inkling of a shrine. But there's still a card here. But then I wanted to upgrade the layout. And so we have this. Although this came with other problems, that being the background image is too big and it loads quite a bit, so it's not ideal. So I went back to the drawing board, and we have this using CSP assets. I didn't draw this or the sticky notes, but the essence is there, right? And these are all absolutely positioned using viewport size, VW, and there's a secret hidden compartment here. And what else? It's a welcome to my website. Like, I like this, but at the same time, it's not as responsive as I hoped it would be. It's not like I am mobile first, but I like to consider mobile phones as a way to like view my website. So I'd like to give options if I could if I could. And then lastly, this is the layout that I last used for NeoCities before I moved to self-hosting. So it's a more three-dimensional image. It still has ransom letters. These sticky notes are draggable by the washi tape. There's a pencil with the credits page. And yeah, I condensed my poetry and my drawings and my OCs into works, uh, the shrines and the neighborhood into favorites, the sitemap and the blog. But I was itching for something more cohesive, something that I draw from scratch. Here, like, you could see a pattern of me wanting to make everything from scratch and doing it myself and doing it the vanilla way. So Here's my final. No, I wouldn't say final, but here's my current layout. I may change it again in the future, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I drew all the assets myself, all the books, the bookmarks, the stamps, even the mobile version. I love drawing all of this. It's also satisfying encoding it all together, putting it together, positioning all the divs and the elements. It's so fun. Like, if you don't have a personal website, but you're willing to learn HTML and CSS, you could try it for a weekend and see if you like it. And if it piques your interest, you can continue it like me for the next 6 months to a year, whatever, however long you want it. And if you don't like it, it's fine. Like, it's not for everybody. But if you want to move away from social media, this is one of the ways that you could. Not everyone is an artist or a graphic designer. I get that, but you don't have to make it graphically interesting. You could just make a landing page for yourself, use a template. There are so many good templates online, free to use as well. You just need a little bit of digging and like the right references from other people referring to other websites and resources. I don't have like a resources page. I might add that, but yeah, make a website. It's fun. That's it. Goodbye.